God will keep testing you and testing you and testing you. We're done with the distractions over there. If you have any skeletons in your closet, trust me, they are going to be coming out. Hello, you beautiful bunch. I wanted to jump on with a little bit of an ad hoc video today around the karma that is being stepped through right now and the shifts that are taking place on the planet. Now, you may well have noticed that I didn't put out the new moon video, and although I channeled the information a couple of weeks ago, my life has been really hectic over the last couple of weeks. There's been huge changes, massive shifts. And in all honesty, when I sat down to film the new moon update a couple of days ago, so I was going to be pretty much on the nail with the day that I put it out. It just wasn't resonating with me anymore. It was. I just felt as if, you know what, I don't need to do this. So the reason I'm sharing this with you is it's okay if you feel that you don't need to do something that you normally do right now. We are living in a period of time whereby the energies are rattling everybody. Now, I would really recommend going back to watching the May energy update. The predictions that I made through that energy update and also the full moon update is it's wild what has been taking place. I let you know the men were going to be attacked. I let you know that people were going to be showing their true colors, and boy, are they showing their true colors. The fact of the matter is, we are in a period of time right now that we have never lived through. And there are a lot of people that are on the planet with a level of arrogance that feel that the things that are going on right now are not going to impact them. Now, you will see people over the next couple of weeks, couple of months, really have to change and adapt their sales. Otherwise, they are going to have things taking place in their lives that are really not going to be very comfortable. And people can make a song and a dance and a bit of a joke about it, but at the end of the day, the truth has to come out. If you have any skeletons in your closet, trust me, they are going to be coming out during this period of time. Now, I said this in the May energy update, and boy, has it been taking place. So let's talk about the karmic side of things. Right now, on the you might see it as a planet, you might just see it as a flat. Like, I don't care, honestly. I'm just not attached to any of the outcomes of whether we're flat or round. So apologies if I seem a little bit ambivalent about that. However, whatever your personal belief system is absolutely fine by me. So if you believe it's a planet, planet. If you believe it's an earth, earth. You know, when I use either of those words, you know what I'm talking about. So basically what's happening is we have been shaking and the underpinning of what we've known to be our reality over the last few years, which is why we've had the governments come up, Hollywood come up, treacherous things about, things that have been taking place. However, we've got to a point now whereby we're done with the distractions over there. We're done with all of the stuff that is outside of us. And now there is nowhere to hide. The camera is shining, glaring right in our eyes. Now, if you are a Jekyll and Hyde, if you are somebody who is an actor or an actress and you completely live a lie, and I mean completely live a lie, like everything you talk about is a fabrication of the truth. You don't know who you are going to be hit during this period of time. And I don't mean physically punched or anything like that. I mean, the energies are going to be testing you massively. Now, a number of weeks ago, I don't know, maybe 6 weeks ago, I made some predictions. And I very clearly said that, certain things were going to take place. And they are all taking place right now. Now, I don't class myself as a psychic. I don't. It's not one of the things that I class myself to be. When I speak outwardly, I call myself an intuitive because I am extremely intuitive. I am extremely guided in that way. However, of recent years, my psychic capabilities, my telepathy, all of those things have come online massively, but I just don't really talk about it. However, I did make these predictions about 6-8 weeks ago, and every single one of them is coming true right now. Now, that's a validation to me that my gifts are coming online, and it's a really beautiful experience, although I'm freaking myself out a little bit. I'm going to be honest with you, I'm a bit like, whoa, I know I said that, but blimey, I never thought how it could possibly manifest. And it's all manifesting right now. So my reason for sharing this with you is this is our karmic path. We are currently stepping through, and I've been talking about this for many, many years. It's either time to release the loops that you have been stuck in, you know, the traumas. And I'm not saying you can't tell people to piss off and you can't get angry with people. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is the old loops that you have constantly been going round in, they are the ones that you need to be addressing. If you're a commitment phobe, like, you need to be recognizing, hey, hang on a minute, this is a pattern of me. If, you know, when a friendship or a relationship comes to an end, you're really mean and you're really nasty and, you know, you go after somebody, please know that that loop needs to be quashed right now. You know, we are looking for people to be good people right now. And that doesn't mean, like I say, you can't end relationships or walk away from friendships or, you know, put somebody in their place. I'm not saying that at all. But what I'm saying is you are being judged right now. You are being judged with the way that you are going to be stepping forwards. And I don't know who it is judging us. I think it's ourselves, in all honesty. I don't know if there's a panel up there of galactic beings or whatever judging us. I don't freaking know. But I know that there is a judgment taking place right now. And it is a case of you versus you. If you can look in the mirror and honestly, truthfully, with the truth, not the fabricated truth that you've made up in your mind, not the stories that you've told people, if you can look yourself in the eye and basically be like, do you know what? I did the best that I could. Yes, there would be things that I changed. However, in all honesty, I've done the best that I can. I've been a good person. I've stuck to what I said I would do. You know, I've been reasonable. If you can do that, then your karma is literally going to be disintegrating. The way that I see it is, you know, you're taking a footstep forwards and literally everything underneath is dispersing. Like, that's the imagery that they're giving me. You guys know I'm extremely visionary, so this is the imagery that they are giving me right now. Literally, you are walking and clearing your karma as you go. On the flip side of that, if you're having temper tantrums, you're not getting your own way, you're having hissy fits, you're being obstructive, you're not, you know, doing the things that you are supposed to be doing, i.e. maintaining contracts, or i.e. maintaining, you know, a level of decency, even though, you know, maybe the situation hasn't gone the way that you want to, please know that you are going to be hit with more karma. And like I say, you might be able to joke and laugh about it. Oh yeah, this is a bit of fun. But that karma is going to keep hitting you and hitting you and hitting you until you become humble. This process that we are in right now, we are not going to be stepping forwards as a unity as we have been before. We are going to have a split of unity, and there is going to be the people that stay in the lower vibrations of fear, of anger, of hurt, of, oh, that person's really mean, and, you know, putting people down. That is something at the moment that the gods are not standing for. If you are putting somebody down, or if you are making up situations about people or making up stories, trust me, you are going to get, they're showing me a baseball bat to your knees. You are going to get brought to your knees. Like, they are not messing about right now. We have been messing about with this stuff for such a long period of time that they have taken back, and they're like, no, no. Now is the time of repentance. And I don't mean getting on your knees and being like, Lord, forgive me. I'm saying, check yourself, get on top of yourself, recognize what you are creating, recognize the stories that you have been telling people. Start speaking the truth. And I'm not talking the truth that you've made up in your mind and the fabricated stories, like I keep saying. I'm talking about the actual truth, because the truth is coming, and it is better to come from you. There is no more the truth is coming about, you know, political leaders, or the truth is coming about, you know, there's stuff that's been spoken about in Hollywood, or, you know, any of that stuff. It's not about that anymore. We've moved past that. It is about you. This is about cleansing the human race, cleansing humanity, cleansing mankind, so that we are of a higher vibration, the utmost high vibration, that we can step forwards as a unified front. Right now, all of this headbutting and, you know, argumentative behavior, it's going to bring the whole lot down. Now, there are pockets of people that live in their truth. There are pockets of people that tell the truth no matter what. Please know you will get caught out. I don't know, like, I can't fathom the life that I'm leading. I cannot fathom why anybody would be lying about anything right now. I can't fathom why, under these energies, we're not all just being as kind as we possibly can. Like I say, that doesn't mean you can't have boundaries in place. That doesn't mean you can't say, hey, this is what's going on. Or, if you need to get certain people involved to help you. Like, I'm not saying that. What I am saying is it's time to stand up and go, right, am I being a decent person with this? Am I being a decent person? And the fundamental truth of the matter is, you know in your heart if you're being a decent person, you know in your heart that you're lying. Now, you can't lie to the gods. You can lie to the people around you. If you're surrounded by people who, let's call it what it is, are stupid and they believe you, they believe your lies, they believe the fabrication, they believe the fact that you make out that you're something that you're not. Please trust me when I say you are going to get burned. Every single one of us has been tested and trialed. We've had these waves, like I call it the dark night of your soul. And quite honestly, I was shown about 3 months ago or something like that, lots and lots of people going through a dark night. And in all reality, the things that I've had to live with in the last 4 weeks, the processes that I've had to go through, some of the circumstances and situations I found myself in, like, on another level, I would look at that as a dark night of my soul. But I'm looking at it as I was being protected. I was being guided. I was being loved. I've realized how protected I am as one of God's children, genuinely. And it doesn't feel like that in the time. It really doesn't. So, as much as literally the fact that my whole life has had a bomb thrown at it, my health has had a bomb thrown at every single area of my life, I'm not looking at it as the dark night of my soul. I'm looking at it as I was saved. I'm looking at it with such gratitude. I'm looking at it with such love, and I've got this lust for life. That doesn't mean I'm going to sit there and, revel in the glory of that trauma. I don't want to. I don't want to. I want to step forwards with my life. And that is why God has been rewarding me like he has over the last few days. It's unreal what has been given to me, like literally given to me. It's like gold bars, gold bullion has been being put in my hands. And that's because very quickly I went, I'm not going to let this be my next story. I am going to take sovereignty back of me. And God's gone, oh, okay. She's proven herself again. She's been here before and she's going through it again. She's not telling lies. She's not making up stories. She's taking responsibility. She's owning her shit. She's doing the work on herself. Okay. Yeah, all right. She's one of our angels. I'll give her what she needs. That is the way that we need to be stepping forwards. And this is why the karmic ties that I've had and the karmic situations I found myself in, and oh my God, has there been some karmic situations? Like, they're all slipping away. And it's a gift. I cannot step forwards with any karma in my life. I've been told very clearly, when I bring in my children, they are going to come through without karma. So how can they come through without karma if you keep staying in these karmic loops? No, you need to recognize them very quickly, own it, honor it, step up and step through it. Without that, well, if they hadn't done that, I wouldn't have done that. That doesn't mean you can't get what's owed to you. Doesn't mean that you can't stand your truth. And in situations like that, I'm not saying that. There's a lot of bullies out there. There's a lot of people that, remember, you are here to help heal their karma, like they are here to help you heal your karma. We are at a period of time, ladies and gents, whereby we are creating the gold for the rest of our lives. I made a call the 22nd of March, 2023. You had to have made your choice by then. If you didn't make your choice by then, you are going to stay where you are. Now, since the 22nd of May, if you've been like, oh, I'm so perfect, I'm so spiritual, I'm a woman of the light, yet you've behaved like a total tool, trust me, you're going to stay in your loops. You cannot kid the universe. You cannot kid God. Many people think that they can. Many people are arrogant and think that they're above it. But trust me, your repentance will have to take place. If you're being bullying, putting somebody down, lying about somebody, making up stories about somebody, fabricating the truth, even if it's about yourself, if you are an attention seeker, if you are, hurting people, if you are taking from people, trust me, you are going to go into a period of extreme disruption in your life. Now, for drama queens out there, they love the disruption, they love the distractions, they love all that stuff. Again, they're going to be staying in their loops. Like I say, we have been given such a beautiful opportunity to level up. We've been given such a beautiful opportunity to say, you know what, I'm not playing this old game anymore. I'm going to be the decent person. I'm going to do the decent thing. And that triggers people. It triggers people, you being decent. It triggers people, you being able to just stand up and walk away. It triggers people, you being able to be like, you know what, I'm just going to get on with my life. Like, I want to be happy. I'm choosing happy. And it triggers people. People often say to me, like, Lucy, how can you be so happy all of the time? Let me tell you how I can be happy all of the time. Because I've been miserable. I've been the drama queen. I've lived in that. When I worked in corporate, and this is actually a very common thing in those kind of circles, like, you're spinning all these plates. It's like, oh, I've got to be here. I've got to be there. I've got to be the center of attention. I've got to be at this night out. And I've got to do the wheeling and the dealing. And it's fucking bullshit. You cannot live a peaceful life. I'm swearing a bit today, aren't I? You cannot live a peaceful life if you want to be behaving like this. You cannot live a peaceful life if you want to continue in that mindset. Something has to change. And let me be straight with you. You will get taken down and you will get broken exactly like I did in 2014 unless you take the action to do it. If you are one of God's angels and you're going off on a different path, you will experience things like your health deteriorating. We all know people around us at the moment that their health is deteriorating. You will have accidents. We all know people that are having accidents right now. We know people that are getting into trouble with the law, or, they're having stuff come up because of governmental things at the moment. All of this stuff, this is what the universe does and what God does to bring you back into alignment when you've gone off your path. And you can either be humble and receive the messages, or you can be a cocky so-and-so and be like, oh yeah, whatever, it doesn't matter. But the truth of the matter is, it's going to get worse and worse and worse. Today you may have been told you owe me £1,000, like from the government or whatever. Tomorrow it might be a broken leg. And if you keep being arrogant and missing the memos, then it might be a heart attack. Then it might be an accident that you might not be able to walk away from. Everything is a messenger. People, places, and people show themselves if you allow them to. Now, quite often the devil shows up dressed as everything that we want it to be. The car, the house, the partner, the food, the alcohol, the drugs, the parties. But it will eventually show itself. But you have to have your wits about you. Now, more often than not, people are so entrenched in a situation that they miss the memo. Oh, it's just a bit of a laugh. Oh yeah, it's just, I just had sex with this person last night. There's no way out of this, ladies and gents. We're all stepping through everything that we need to step through. Behaviours such as bullying, any narcissistic behaviours, any anger, and I own it. Like, every now and again, I get pissed off with people. I own it. And I'm like, okay, cool. I need to keep stepping through this until I can just be like, you know what? It's rare, but it happens. So I'm not exempt from this. I'm not sitting here preaching I'm a little angel, although I am. I'm never going to do that. I'm raw, I'm real. I fuck up all the time. But the fundamental truth of the matter is, I do good for absolutely everybody that I possibly can. But I have standards and I have boundaries. And you guys need to do the same. I guess the point of this video today is it's time for brutal honesty, because you are going to be impacted. You are going to get hurt. You are going to go through a lot until you start being truthfully 100% honest with yourself. Karma is the path that we are walking right now. Everything that we are thinking about is manifesting. Everything, yeah. And I can't even say to you, like I say, the predictions that I'm making at the moment are absolutely unreal. I hate to say it, but 6-8 weeks ago, I said that this event in Manchester was going to get cancelled. And I said, I don't know how it's going to get cancelled. And of course, as it got closer and closer, I was like, clearly I was wrong. Clearly I was wrong. The morning before the event was due to take place, it got cancelled. And the amount of people that have called me and gone, I will never disbelieve you on anything again. I don't like it when I make these predictions. I don't like it because I've got nothing to back it up. But it's what happens. This is how, I've been living my life for so many years now. Don't get me wrong, I get fooled. I get fooled to learn my lessons, to recognize, to look at the red flags, to actually own the fact that, I'm convincing myself of something. Like, I get the lessons, trust me. But I look at them as gold, because I can sit there and I can be like, I called this in. I wanted this. I missed this. I should have paid more attention to this. I got caught up in the moment with this. It's when you lie and say, I didn't want that anyway. Or I shouldn't have gone there. Like, yeah, maybe you shouldn't have gone there. But at the end of the day, if you did, you need to own it. And you need to recognize that this denial and these distractions and the path that you are getting confused about, you're going to keep reliving exactly that situation. And I'm hoping that there are people out there that are going, oh my God, yeah, every relationship I've ever had has ended in the same way. Oh my God, yeah, every time I get a new car, this is what happens. Oh my God, every time I get to 3 months in my new job, I absolutely hate it. Every circle of girlfriends that I get involved in, all of a sudden I get to a certain point and somebody's doing this to me. Like, recognize the patterns, ladies and gents. This is your karma speaking. We need to be getting the memo. I am not one of those people that go, oh yeah, piff puff puff, we can clear all past trauma. No, you're living the trauma that you need to live in this lifetime. Let's stop talking about the past. People often say to me, oh yeah, but Lucy, you were this in a past life and you were this in a past life. And I know a lot of my past lives. I don't ever go to them. I live in this moment. Like, I get a lot of codes from when I was, thousands of years before Christ, let alone like after. I'm very clear about now, last week or two. I'm very clear about the path and the bloodline that I obviously have come from with the work that I do. Like, I'm very clear about that now, but I've been avoiding it because I don't want to be any of those people. Yes, I can call their wisdom, but I am Lucy Davis this lifetime. Lucy Davis is here on a mission to get this stuff done. Please, ladies and gents, please stop getting caught up in fabrication, whether it be, oh, I was Moses or I was Jesus. Like, stop getting caught up in that fabrication. Let's also stop getting caught up in the fabrication that, you are holier than thou. None of us are. Please also stop getting caught up in the fabrication that, I didn't do anything wrong and I don't need to be a good person. Like, you do need to be a good person. You are being watched and you are being judged. Like I said, I don't know if there's a panel of them up there or if it's just you versus you, but you cannot lie to the gods. They see everything you do. So if you're making up stories and you're making up certain situations and stuff, even if you've convinced yourself that it to be true, no, you are going to get hit hard. God doesn't protect that people like that. You might think he does, or she does, whatever your belief system is. But it doesn't work that way. Remember, God will keep testing you and testing you and testing you until the memo gets received that they're not going to change. Right, so we need to start impacting them hard. People will, the gods, the universe will present you opportunities. Are you going to make the right path, or are you going to go down the other path? Every time you get an opportunity, and that might turn up as a sexy man in a bar, like, let's be honest, ladies, it's happened, right? We're in a relationship, we're happy and whatever, and then literally Adonis walks in and you're like, oh God, back in the day, that would have turned my head or whatever, and here we are, and then he's on you. Happens all the freaking time. He's on you and he's like, hey, beautiful. Oh my God, you're so gorgeous. And you're so this and you're so that. And you're like, not today, Satan. Not today. This is about presenting, the options. This is about you being given your path. Now, if you go, whether you're in a relationship or not, if you go, oh, fuck it, I'm going to go there because he's gorgeous. Know that the darkness has done their work. Know that. There's a lot of home truths in this, and interestingly enough, as I've been going through it, I've actually been like talking a lot about the energies from new moon, but I've been giving you circumstances and situations. Like, there is nowhere to hide from the truth. The truth is coming. Whether you have made up a different story of the truth or not, it doesn't freaking matter. The truth is coming out. Karma is literally being stamped out of people right now because, like I say, we need to go through with purity. We've been living in these karmic loops for so many years. Now it's about purity. Now it's about stepping forwards. Now it's about elevation. Now it's about moving forwards into something that many people don't get. I get it. I see it. I see the world splitting. Almost into heaven and hell as what they perceive it to be in the Bible. I don't believe that stuff, but the heaven and hell, the perception that there is, like, that's what it's going to be. People that have chosen the higher path, and they're the good people, the people that 90% of the time stand in their truth, and they're authentic and they're real, and they get that, oh yeah, I've just, like, why have I just told a lie? Why have I just made up a story to make me sound better? Or why have I just done that? I didn't need to do that. I don't know why this has just popped in my head. In fact, no, I'm not going to share that. So let's just get on top of this stuff, ladies and gents, right? We are in a pivotal period of time energetically, a pivotal period of time energetically. We cannot keep bullshitting each other. It's either time to come together and be like, do you know what? I've been being a bit of an idiot. I apologize. Like, let's just move forwards from here. Doesn't mean you have to be friends. Doesn't mean you have to be lovers. Doesn't mean you have to be colleagues or whatever, colleague of the year. Like, just get it done. Do the right thing by people. Otherwise, I swear to you, your karma is going to keep zapping you. Like I say, it might end up with a broken nail today, but then tomorrow it might end up with a broken leg, and then it might end up with a heart attack or, an accident or something like that. Like I've said to somebody very recently, I see 3 things happening to you: an arrest, a car accident, and a heart attack. And I don't say those things lightly to people. I really don't. I don't want to say these things. However, when I get shown people are going to be given choices and they're not going to take those choices, like, something in me goes, right, I need to share the potentiality. Oh no, they're going to come through, aren't they? They're like, keep going, love, keep going. I am going to go there because I've got to get my butt on the road. So guys, I love you to the moon and stars. Let me know if this is resonating with you. Let me know if people around you are really showing their colors. Like, you're seeing them as the prolific liar that they are. You're seeing them as the attention seeker that they are. You're seeing them as, somebody who's, perhaps not leveling up in the way that they said that they were going to do it, just chat, 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 and no trousers, no action, like, maybe somebody says, oh yeah, I'll give you your money back next week, and maybe they're not giving it back to you. Like, this is the kind of behaviors that are going to get people hurt, and I'm not talking by a person, I'm talking energetically. The gods, the energies are going to be going after these people. this is what's happening right now. I cannot say to you. And it is so obvious, like the amount of people that are like, oh my God, you know, that person that owed me that money, all of a sudden they've like reached out to me because they've had an accident and they've had this epiphany that they need to, you know, right their wrongs. And it's interesting that I say that because a lot of the work that I do is about righting the wrongs. I trigger people to right the wrongs. I trigger historic moments to right the wrongs. I've traveled around the world activating places to right the wrongs. We are here to right the wrongs, ladies and gents. I love you guys to the moon and stars. I'll see you on Monday for our live video. Hurrah for now, my loves.